What's up, y'all? So President Biden delivered his State of the Union address last night, Thursday, taking a defiant political tone amid the gridlock in Congress, addressing his predecessor and likely opponent, 45, former President Donald Trump, ahead of what will likely be a nasty rematch between the two come this November. So during his speech, Biden spoke on some pretty hot topics, and I wanted to give you some highlights. He spoke on the reproductive rights. He called on Congress to act on Alabama Supreme Court decision shutting down IVF treatments and the U.S. Supreme Court overruling Roe versus Wade, and he called out any lawmakers in the chambers promoting a national ban on reproductive freedom. And he reminded them about the power of a woman's vote. He said a woman is not without electoral or political power. And he reminded all the lawmakers in the chambers, as well as the Supreme Court justices who overruled Roe versus Wade, who were sitting there right in front of him. So he made that point right to their face. He also called for fairness with the tax code. He said he was not going to raise taxes for people making less than $400,000. And he also wanted to implement a minimum tax of 25% for billionaires. He says that would actually raise more than $500 billion over the next decade. And he spoke on the hot issue of border control. He received some catcalls when he spoke on border control. Some Republicans have said he has been negligent, but he pointed out that he has tried to pass a bill that they keep blocking. But nevertheless, he received catcalls. He picked up a button that Republicans were passing around during his speech, which featured a young woman named Laken Riley. Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene called for Biden to say Riley's name, and he said he did. And he expressed his condolences to her family, who were right there in the room. Now, Laken Riley was a nursing student who was unalive while going for a run on UGA's campus. A 26-year-old suspect named Jose Antonio Ibarra was arrested for her murder. Now, there are questions regarding his immigration status, and that has become a political flashpoint on border security. But again, Biden is saying that he has a plan, but it keeps being blocked by Republicans. And he also emphasized that he would not want to demonize all immigrants because of what happened to Laken Riley. And he also addressed his age, and he has this great quote when it comes to that. He said, "It is not about how old you are. It is about how old are your ideas." And he also put it out there that Trump himself is only a few years younger than him. So they are in essence the same age. So what are we really talking about here? And some other topics he pointed out, he spoke on raising teachers' salaries. He spoke on removing poisonous lead pipes so every child can drink clean water without risking brain damage. And he spoke about capping prescription drug prices. He spoke about ending cancer. And he spoke about cutting credit card late fees from $32 to $8. So he, in essence, wants to put more money into the pockets of Americans. So in my mind, Americans really just want to feel hopeful and they want to feel secure. And I feel President Biden provided that during his speech. He sounded good. He sounded strong. He was very strategic with his words. In fact, he even quoted Reagan, a very popular Republican, which I feel was probably an olive branch to Republican voters who don't really want to vote for Donald Trump, because there are some Republicans who just don't want to do that. So I feel he was also speaking to them. And as Sonny Hostin of The View pointed out, he also said future 20 times during his speech. So I love that because that says that he is a forward-thinking president. Again, it supports his quote. "It is not about how old I am. It is about how old are my ideas." And he is here to give us new ideas. He is here to push us forward. And I'm here for it. But what are your thoughts? Did you watch the State of the Union address? Leave your comments below. This is Stacey Brewer for H Blues Word, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.